We've had such a lot of rain recently, just lots and lots of localized flooding and everything, and so it's nice to come out on a little bit more of a dry day here. The sun's out a little bit, and I've just noticed something very exciting. It's the first little hellebore buds are starting to poke up out of the ground. These ones are ones that were self-seeded here, so we've got the lots of pinkish ones, a sort of dusty pink, and elsewhere we have some white ones. They're also known as Lenten roses here because they tend to flower at the time sort of in between Christmas and Easter, which is known as Lent. But in other countries, like in Denmark, we call them påskeklokker. That means Easter bells. So I suppose they flower a little bit later over there. And there are also some cultivars that are known as Christmas roses because they flower around now. I think those ones I've seen, they're often white, but there are all kinds of colors you can get now and all kinds of shapes. So many varieties. They're really lovely, lovely flowers. And they do advise that you cut back all this old growth in November to prevent like fungus and all that kind of stuff. But I like to leave it until the end of January when all the flowers are starting to peek out and all the new growth is starting to come out too, because I think it just adds a bit of extra protection for the really tender new growth. But that's just a personal preference. And when I do trim them back, it's really important to wear gloves because they can have some kind of sap that can be an irritant for skin. So you want to bear that in mind. But yeah, I just love them. I think it's so exciting that they're coming seemingly a bit early this year. It's really mild right now. We've had like nighttime temperatures of 8 degrees Celsius, which is so mild. And I'm wondering if that's going to help push them out a bit early, and I might be able to pick some for my Christmas table. That would be so fun. I mean, they do tend to flop when I pick them, but I've seen there's some different tricks you can do that helps them keep them a bit more upright. So I'll try that. It's all about plunging them into really cold water as soon as you pick them, and there are a few other things I can try, so that'll be fun. But we'll see how it goes. Another indication of just how mild it has been is my Asian pear tree here. This is the Niseki, also known as the 20th century pear. And as you can see, I mean, the leaves have changed color, but it's the 10th of December right now, Sunday the 10th of December, and look at all the leaves. They're still hanging on. So usually they'll be completely bare by now. And I do think this wall is quite protected, but I'm still surprised. And there are other bushes around it. This is a flowering currant, and usually you would have completely bare bushes too, bare branches as well. But as you can see, there's lots and lots of foliage here, which I expect will drop off at some point. The apple tree has lost all its branches, and further on down here, the regular European pear tree is completely bare as well, as is the Japanese quince. So interesting. It just shows how there are little pockets of extra warmth, I suppose, in gardens. And maybe these ones, this is the first year I've had this Asian pear, so maybe it just does hang on to its foliage for longer. I'm not sure, but very interesting. Anyhow, I thought you'd find that interesting. Let me know how you're doing. It's so nice to be outside. We've had so much sort of rainy weather that keeps you out of the garden, so it's nice to be able to be outside and just have a little look around in the fresh air again. Hope you're having a good weekend. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.